Google's Nest battery-powered doorbell, 960p HD video, a super sleek and slim doorbell design, and seamless integration with the Google Home ecosystem. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Kevanalysis on video doorbells. Today we're diving deep into the Google Nest video battery-powered doorbell, a super aesthetic front door personal bouncer with an awesome camera and some seriously smart detection. You love the Ring and Eufy videos, so now it's Google's turn for a month to find out if this one's worth the hype or just another pricey gadget that'll leave you Googling for another one. Stick around and hit that subscribe button if you're new. That'll really support the channel. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers and I need your help. Now let's go and crack open this box to see what this doorbell has to offer. Inside the box, you get a doorbell, a USB-C cable, screws, one flat face mount, and another wedge mount with a 20-degree angle to face the doorbell towards the door. I do think with a wide viewing angle, you don't really need the wedge mount, which is slightly harder to install and makes the doorbell look a little bit off-center, taking away that seamless overall look. Compared to other doorbells, the Google Nest offers a premium unboxing experience, similar to opening an iPhone. The doorbell itself is designed incredibly well and my personal favorite in terms of aesthetics out of all the video doorbells out there. It's a matte white color and has soft curves that scream Google vibes and has that Apple style that people just love. The ring button lights up with a touch and is contrasted by the black lens to let people know to beware because this eye sees everything. The plastic material does feel quite sturdy, but it is relatively dense and heavy because of the battery, so I really doubt it would survive unscathed from a drop. But it will survive rain, hail and dust with its IP54 weatherproof rating. Just try not to bake it in harsh sunlight, because like most battery devices, it will quickly deteriorate in strong UV. And speaking of battery, Google claims a month, but I got 3 weeks with over 20 daily events on average. Charging takes roughly 5 hours via USB-C, but you gotta unmount the whole thing, which does get quite annoying, especially because you have to use a specific pin provided. But on the bright side, it is securely clipped onto the mount, and if someone steals it, well, Google even guarantees to replace it. On optimal settings, expect about 800 to 1,000 detection events of about 20-second clips. Mine's on roughly 10% just 3 weeks in, but it's mostly just detecting the cat doing a poo in my garden every day. I wish this thing could shoot water as well, that'll be cool. Setup's dead easy. Charge it up, sync it to the Google Home app, and screw it into your wall. Took me about 10 minutes. It's much easier to install on timber surfaces, so if you're installing it on masonry like brick, you will need a 6mm drill bit and a handyman to install the plugs required. And a pro tip is to install it roughly 4 feet from the ground. That'll give you the best view. The doorbell turns on when you lock it into the mount. The only thing missing is a chime, so you will need a Google speaker device for alerts, unless you just rely on your phone, which is quite sufficient, because it's just like getting every other phone call, except this one comes straight from your door. Picking it up gives you a straight 960p with a 145-degree vertical view, which gives more viewing height but a narrower viewing angle and lower in video quality than other doorbells like the Ring and Eufy. It's a lot better for catching packages on the ground, but you are losing some additional coverage on the sides and a little bit of picture quality, which is more noticeable when you're zooming in to get more detail of the video. It's got HDR, so no washed out faces in bright sun, and it even has night footage, so you can continue to rely on video when it gets dark. But it does kind of distort images of people's faces. It was even hard to recognize my own face. Louise freaked out and thought I was someone else coming to kidnap her when I was testing out the night vision. Thankfully, the doorbell has super smart detection, which accurately recognizes people, packages, animals, and even vehicles, all processed on device and no subscription needed. You get up to 3 hours of free cloud storage, which is safely encrypted within your Google account. It beats Ring's sub or nothing approach, but 3 hours is not going to be enough unless you're a smartphone addict like me constantly doom scrolling. There is a subscription tier which starts from $10 per month that gives you up to 10 days of 24/7 continuous monitoring or 30 days of event-based storage. And if you want even more, it'll cost you $20 per month to get up to 60 days and even smarter detection modes. The Google app is really the brains behind this doorbell. It's clean with a live feed up front and a history tab for event clips. Some cool features include setting custom motion zones to mark areas where you want to receive notifications from, tweaking sensitivity to configure the amount of recording detections and notifications you get, which also saves battery, temporarily muting notifications if you're home or working outside. Some important video configurations you can set include the length of video recording when an event is detected, optimizing the bandwidth to increase video quality, and what type of events you'd like to detect and be notified of. I've been using this doorbell for just over a month, and honestly, I don't really have that many good things to say. It's just not as good as the Ring and the Eufy, which I've gotten used to over the past couple of months. By the way, link in description below if you want to check those full reviews out. The video is decent and it does display a 960p image day and night, but it's just not full HD, so you're not going to get those details and finer quality images that you will with other doorbells, which is a bit of a letdown, especially at this price point. And one thing I have to say about this doorbell though, is that the voice recognition is really good. So I've been able to pick up tradies in the front of my house standing about 10 to 12 meters away, and it picks up their conversation really clearly, which I was really surprised with because it's not as good on the Ring and the Eufy. Google also trades off a wider viewing lens for a more narrow and taller viewing angle. Whilst it's good at detecting packages and looking at people's funky shoes, I would much rather prefer if I could have a wider viewing angle for more coverage of the sides. So if you do want a wider viewing angle and not as much length, you can install it sideways, but it does look a little bit weird in the front door. Motion detection is pretty accurate on people and packages though, so you won't get any false pings from like wind or leaves. And also notifications come pretty quickly on your phone, unless you have a laggy Wi-Fi, then there may be a little bit of a delay. Two-way talks are crisp, though I have to keep toggling the settings to wake the mic, so it's not the most seamless experience, especially if you're not using it much.
It's raining, open the door.
Battery life's pretty poor in my opinion and probably one of the biggest downsides of this doorbell. I'm getting about 3 weeks at the moment, detecting 50 events per day. Heavy traffic's going to drop this significantly as well. It's a lot less than other doorbells in the market, and honestly having to constantly charge it is super annoying. You have to unmount the whole thing using the tool. Charging takes a couple of hours and you have to do it all again every few weeks. Too often that you'll probably find some periods where you just leave it flat for a few days when life gets busy. At least it still looks amazing in front of the Porsche. Another major downside for me is a high price tag at $180, and it only saves video for up to 3 hours in the video history. So if you detect something at 1 AM and you want to watch it in the morning, it's gone. There's also a high subscription cost of $10 to $20 per month if you want to unlock more features like the 30 to 60 day video history. You're just not getting that much value return on features for these costs. What do you think? Is a subscription worth paying for? What draws me to this doorbell is the incredible design, grand aesthetics, and accurate detection. If you're already in on the Google ecosystem and already have Nest Aware, this doorbell is definitely a solid pick when you disregard the price and include in all the additional features that you get from paying the subscription. If you're out for more value and better standard out-of-the-box features, check out my Eufy video here, or link in description below for the full review of the Ring doorbell. Have you used the Nest doorbell? What do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be responding to all comments. For me, it's going back into the box and back to Google. Sorry guys. If this video has helped you, smash that like button and subscribe. We're going for 1,000 subscribers and I need your help. See you in the next one.